Why is that rocket perfectly controllable, use only the engine gimbals during parts of its flight, but then it wants to flip out whenever we turn off the engine gimbals? What's happening is called a center pressure, right? So let's imagine a rocket, right? And we've got this rocket that's flying through the atmosphere, like this, right? And here's our engine down here, and here's our little pod up here, like that. This is our rocket, okay? And we're flying through the atmosphere, and all the air is like going past us like this, right? As long as the air is going directly past me like that, we're okay. Do you remember when I said that we've got the little prograde marker, and we want to make sure that our heading is in that prograde marker? Whenever I said that, I was saying that I wanted you to fly the rocket in such a way that the air was going basically straight past the rocket. If you get, I can actually draw this, right? If you get into a situation like when the marker looks like this, and your heading is right there on the inside of the marker, the air is going straight past the rocket, okay? Because you're kind of pointing the exact same way that the air is flowing, that you're traveling through the air. If you get on the nav ball and you have the little prograde marker like this, and you're pointing like way over here, like this, right? This is where you're pointing versus where the prograde marker is. All of a sudden, the air is coming at the rocket like this instead of straight past through. And so all of a sudden, the way that the air is hitting the rocket becomes super important. And you saw some of the lines occur, right? We saw lines start to act on the rocket. This air hitting underneath here is going to try to pick the rocket up and lift it up. It exerts a force on the rocket. Now, then again, the air hitting down here is going to exert a force on the rocket as well. Simply because, let me clean it up, air coming in at this angle is going to exert a force on all the tube of the rocket. If you've got more force being applied to the top of the rocket than the bottom of the rocket, like say your center of mass is down here because you've got all this fuel down here and you've got these heavy engines and stuff, and so the center of mass of the rocket is down here and we've got more force on the top than there is on the bottom, what do you think that rocket's going to do? The rocket's going to want to flip over this way, like that. Let me erase these things. I'm getting a little cluttered here. The rocket's totally going to want to flip over backwards, and it's going to want to put itself into a situation, A, where the mass is towards the front of the rocket, and B, where the rocket is kind of flying in line with the airflow. So this rocket's going to want to flip itself completely around until the air is going in this direction. Oops, I lost part of my pod. Until the air is going in this direction, right? The center of mass is down here, and this big empty part here is going to kind of feather in like a dart. It's almost as if this thing had fins there, because this big empty tank behind the center of mass is acting as a fin. Every single time the rocket tilts a little bit, and all of a sudden we get a little bit of air hitting here, what's that air going to do? It's going to push that tail back over. And every single time the rocket starts to tilt this way, and the air starts hitting this side of the rocket, what's it going to do? The air's going to hit it and it's going to tilt it that way. So it's going to be just like a lawn dart sort of thing, right? If you imagine like a dart, do I have enough room to draw? Imagine like a dart, not a lawn dart, but maybe a dart like you play at the bar or something like that, right? You come over here, you have a dart, it's got the heavy part at the front with the little part, the little needly thing in it, right? Like that. And then it's got the dart feathers in the back, right? If that's what they're called. Fletching? I don't know what they're called. That's the exact same thing. You can look at a dart and you can see the exact, that's the hugest like point to a dart I've ever seen. When you throw a dart, it is the exact same thing. It's got the mass at the front, the airflow is going past it like this. Every time the dart tries to rotate this way, the airflow hits the tail and pushes it back straight again. And every time it rotates the other way, the airflow hits the tail and pushes it back straight again as well. Does that make sense for everybody? That's the first time that I've ever done this, where I explained it using the pen. Does that make sense? I'm actually going to flip around here. Let's go over here. Let's draw the rocket. Let's say the center of mass is there. Let's draw the airflow. Ask me. If that didn't make sense to you, now is the time to tell me, because I want to continue doing that. Any questions on that? Any questions on that as well, at all? I am the Dr. Pepper guy, yes. Are you talking about me? Okay, I don't see any of that. Telestrator action. What's up, Awoken? How's it going? I'm strolling through here. I'm seeing if there's anything that we need to do. Oh, brother. What's up, Sith Wizard? Well, how's it going, Sith Wizard? I'm doing great. 5 French toast as well. Let's see here. The question... Oh, I disabled the reaction wheel. I disabled the reaction wheel on the rocket because somebody told me that the reaction wheel was providing all of the control for the rocket. Something's coming in the chat. We got that one. Yeah, part of the problem with pointing the pencil was the... This is like a sticky surface. It's like a work surface that's kind of like grippy. So I need like a smooth surface to push the pencil on, basically. We already did the raffle. We already did the raffle a long time ago, Coldwalt. Anything else? Anything else? The drawing thing is cool. It's called Epic Pen. Tiente Vara, it's called Epic Pen. I think the command is just Epic Pen. Like that, right? Alex, that helps you out. Excellent. The pin is so good for the stream. It makes perfect sense. Nice, Jason. Excellent. That's very good. Titan Surfer, appreciate it. The drawing thing, Flintify, the drawing thing's really awesome. Banana, yeah, I completely